Hi, so I have unboxed my shower caddy and I am going to assemble it. These are all the parts that came inside of the box, including the instructions. And here it says we are going to begin with the smallest basket and the U-shaped tube. We're also going to need the nuts and bolts that come in here. So I'm going to open the bag. It does come with a little wrench and this to tighten the screws. So you're going to grab the smallest basket, and you can see here it has the holes that you will line up to this U-shaped tube. And in the instructions it says to make sure to put the screws from the outside where the tube is towards the inside where the basket is. So I'm going to start by doing it by hand, and then I can tighten it up. I'm going to start with one. I just put the screw and grab the nut, and just going to hand tighten it right now. And that gives me a little bit of space and room to do the next one without it falling on me. If I try to do both of them at the same time, then one is probably going to be falling out. So again, I'm going to hand tighten this. And you can use these two tools that came into it, one to hold the nut and one to tighten the screw. There you go. And the other one. And now it's not wiggling. So that was part one of the installation. On part two, it says here you're going to get these tubes that look like a Z shape, kind of, sort of a Z shape. And you're going to place them in here. It's facing away from me, so I want this Z shape to go outwards. It looks like the shorter end is down, so I will put the shorter end in here. Well, I guess not. I guess it's the longer end. So that makes it foolproof because one of the ends is actually covered here, so you can't use it. Now you're going to line up the holes just like so. So then you can put the screws into it. But what is the screw going to hold? It is going to hold the medium-sized basket. So you can place the basket facing whichever side has the holes on it. And again, you're going to be putting the screw facing from the tube towards the basket. So let's try. Here, and I'm going to hand tighten it just so it won't fall apart on me. You can lay it down. That's what I'm going to do right now. And I just hand tightened it. And here goes the next one. Hand tighten it as well. And before you continue, let's tighten these. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Okay, there we go. Those are sturdy. The next step says we're going to put the larger basket on the top. So the larger basket also has these holes right here, which you're going to line up to be able to place it on here. It's kind of high, so I'm going to lower it down. And you're going to use the same screws and the same nuts that you have been using for the rest of the parts. And you're going to install it to the widest or the furthest apart holes. So we're going to put the screw from the tube towards the basket. I'm going to hand tighten that. And then the same thing on the other side. I'm going to insert from the outside towards the basket. And then you place the nut. Again, we are going to make sure it's nice and tight using the tools that they provided. Okay. And it'll be much simpler when you're not having to hold it up for a camera. There we go. So the next step, let's see right here, it tells us we're going to put the tube that actually goes over the shower head, and those are going to go lined up with the two middle holes. So we're going to line those up. I recommend doing one at a time. Screw from the tube towards the basket. Hand tighten that. And the next one. And we'll hand tighten that as well. Okay, good. Now that it's hand tightened, you can use the tools that came with it to tighten it. Make sure that when you're using it in the shower, it doesn't come apart on you. So now's the perfect time. You don't want to wait until it's all assembled to tighten everything. Just do it while you're working, and that way you don't forget any of them. Okay, great. So this is put together, but you are also going to have a part of it tightened or put together here with this tape. This is going to go in the shower. You'll put it around here, and that way it will secure it actually to the shower. That way it's not jumping around. So let's check right here. As it explains, you're going to put it facing from the back side, and you are going to put it kind of like a belt right in through here. And then you tighten it. Let me show you closer. You go through here and you tighten it. There you go. So it doesn't come out. When you are at the shower, you pull this off and you stick it to secure. So here is the put together shower caddy. Thank you for watching.